So, like, you're recording?
Yeah, what do you want, Bill to do the open?
I just want to make sure we're recording right now.
Actually, yeah, we're recording.
Okay, so what's happening now is happening now. Okay. All
Wow.
right. Welcome, everyone, to the Magic Through Wrestling podcast. This is going to be another great episode. We have a lot to talk about. I'm going to start with a bang. You know what I realized? I'm going to put the question out to the panel. Maury, Bill, I need your honest feedback.
Okay.
Flavors from Baskin-Robbins. Is 31 really enough? I think we should have mega flavors from Baskin-Robbins. I think we should have 62 flavors. Get rid of the 31. Let's go to 62. That needs to be the minimum flavors at an ice cream store. Bill, what's your thoughts?
Every week. Every week I say, don't say it's great because somebody else has it. Every week it's lazy joke. Every week that's another great. And now we're just going to everything that's going on in America right now. The corner vodka, the no toilet paper, the no hand sanitizer. And you sit there in that big oversized chair with that Harry Potter pillow and think to yourself, there's not enough flavors of ice cream.
Because 31 ain't enough.
31 is not enough.
Who the has time to think about ice cream? If you got chocolate and you got vanilla and then you got strawberry and some jejune decides to put them together and make a Neapolitan, that's 4 kinds of ice cream. That's all you need. No, you, Jimmy Rook, need 52 cards in a deck, need 64 flavors of ice cream. You don't even want Benny the Bunny for Father's Day. You want to make it, well, let's make kangaroos part of the thing. Let's make a panda. So of all the things going on that we could be talking about, the NFL draft, which is the drizzling shits right now,
Bad.
the fact that there's no pro sports, and you come up with another great episode, ladies and gentlemen. Not only am I not doing my show, we should have 64 flavors of ice cream.
Yes. This is what goes on in my mind right here.
You know, here's a fact.
On a daily basis.
I never had a Baskin and Robin.
What?
And then you come out of nowhere with that.
I had a Cold Stone once, but I never had a Baskin and a Robin.
A Baskin and a Robin?
Never had the ice cream. Baskin and Robin.
What truly goes on the rest of what truly goes on the rest of
Bill, I think you're the only sane one out of the group.
This is like, I feel like I'm in a very elongated version of the Twilight Zone.
This is like
background over there. I feel like you're in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the one where everything blows up, but the guy's in the library.
Time enough at last.
Okay, so
You're
all
in the
the
bank
books,
vault.
and since I'm there, I've made myself. I've come to terms with I'm alive, and I'm slowly going to read every book that's in front of me.
Yep.
Except when I go to sleep, you two keep rearranging the books, and I read the same book every day.
Well, also, or you could look at it like, you step
And then
out
hide on me, and I don't even know you're there.
That is absolutely something I feel like I would do.
Or it'd be like you step out of the vault, you survive the atomic blast, and we're the guys that broke your glasses that you can't see anything anymore.
Oh, my God, I remember that one.
Time enough at last. That's a really good episode.
You guys would be the version of the Planet of the Apes where they took off their skin and they were all like fleshy.
Yeah.
But
Which
you
one?
guys would take it off and you'd still be Maury and you'd still be Jimmy.
Yes.
So
I used to be the laughing man.
it's hard to come back from the ice cream barn burner of an opener over there. Jimmy, I liked it. It was good.
What was good about it? Because you can't name 31 more flavors of ice cream.
No, I like the twist, the classic twist. The chocolate.
Why do we even have a number 2 pencil? Because there's no number 1.
Yeah, I've never seen a number.
We are number 1. We are
pencil.
Bill wishes he
right
could
here.
do this episode.
Why do we have Sharpies? There's no dullies.
Well, I think that we have a Dully in the episode, and he's below me in the screen.
Don't talk about Bill like that. I refuse.
I fully accept everything now. I fully take it all on. I'm a sponge at this point. I've been cookied and ice creamed out.
Pretzeled out.
Pretzels. What? I mean, I don't know where to go. I'm just going to do the weather segments of this show from now on. So you guys go ahead, and I'll just come with the weather.
Speaking of it, how's the weather over there, Bill?
It's dry and rainy today with a chance of tornadoes, but thank you for asking.
Oh, you're natural. That was on the floor.
Yeah, that was good. Hey, maybe Steve can get you a job.
Oh, so now I don't work enough.
Get you a job as a weatherman.
I don't want to be a weatherman.
Weather person.
See, I'm not having this conversation. Can I tell you I wore my shirt out in public the other day and forgot?
Which shirt?
My people call me fat, but I identify as skinny.
Yes, that means you.
Slender.
Awesome.
Yeah. What were the reactions?
I couldn't figure out why people were looking, and by people I mean this was just a couple of people as we were doing like one or two errands,
right?
And then you look down the shirt and go, "Jeez." It's very hard to be It's hard to be. What is the word? Like a public figure. It's really hard.
Yeah, role model, celebrity.
No, not that. Just a public figure. Like I feel like in Central Florida we've done so much stuff, and like people know who we are,
right?
And the things like that, and they go, "Wow, Bill DeMott. Oh, he's trans slender."
Could be worse.
It could be worse. They could go, "Oh, he's Bill DeMott."
I was gonna say, you could have a name tag that says, "Hi, my name is Maury."
Or you could have or your shirt instead is trans slender could be trans fat.
Why we get?
Well, that's
where did
What are we going?
where do we go with that?
PHAT? I mean, where are we at?
Wait, did you say something about me?
No, you try to turn it around now.
Not at all.
You just called me fat on a podcast.
No, trans fat.
What is trans fat?
I don't know.
It's an ice cream.
Original things you look at.
That's MGOs that they take out of Chinese food.
Well, I had Japanese food the other
That's
day.
TMO. Or GMA. No.
That's TMI.
TMZ.
I like TMZ.
That's the only place to get my real news from.
Can I tell you guys something that's really annoying me right now?
What is? Tell me, Maury. Tell me what I want to know about you right now. What is really annoying you at this right now, Maury?
So
great story. So Bill, where did you go?
What? No, I'm going to tell you what's pissing me off around here. Okay.
Around here. Oh.
I mean, it's really got
It's going to be a wild ride.
It's got my brain through a whole thing. So there's people, and I know some of them, and so they'll order Uber Eats or like a takeout, right? They'll get let's just say they get the Chinese food bag or whatever, pizza box. They bring it in, they Clorox it down, the box. They take the food out, they put it in a microwave and heat it to try to kill all the corona germs.
Was there more to that story?
Is that the end of it?
That's really making me mad.
Because you want to wait till you put it in the microwave?
No, you shouldn't have to microwave your food. It should be hot and perfect and ready. And people were Cloroxing it down and putting the food in the microwave, and I can't wrap my head around that.
Are you still ordering that food?
Yeah, but I'm not Cloroxing it or wiping it or putting it in the micro.
Because they're doing it for you.
I'm not putting it in my micro.
I'm lost now.
Okay, imagine ordering food in.
Okay.
You get a Clorox wipe, and you wipe down the whole box. Then you take the food out, you throw the box away. And then your nice hot food that you just ordered, you have to put in the microwave to try to kill germs that you think are there.
Well, why don't you do all that other stuff after you're done eating?
I don't do it at all. That's what people are doing that are making me so crazy. I think it's such a crazy concept. Surely you got to have a feeling on that.
I'm not sure I understand it.
Bill, can I ask you a question? When I come at you with ice cream and Oreos, is this how you feel?
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. I feel like you guys are giving me tongue twister.
I'm so sorry. I apologize because now I understand what more comes at me with the microwave food.
It doesn't bother you people are ordering food, Cloroxing the box, throwing it away.
But wait a minute. You said you're not microwaving your food.
Not if it's coming in fresh from the delivery. I mean,
So what makes you think other people are doing it?
because people are saying that's like a coronavirus safety thing right now that people are doing.
And what you don't like about it is they're double heating it.
They're double heating it, and then they're Cloroxing the box in the bag, thinking it's killing germs.
You're gonna throw the box and bag away.
Yeah, they grab it with the Clorox, they wipe it, then they throw it away, and then they take the food out.
So you just Clorox something that you're gonna throw away in the garbage can.
And then you heat up the hot food to kill more germs. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one with the issue with that.
Where does Crystal lay on this?
I didn't know this was a thing.
She doesn't know it was a thing. It's a thing.
So you don't. So what I'm trying to get, you don't necessarily do this. It just bothers you that this is what people do.
Yeah, it bothers me that this is like a popular thing that people are doing.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was a thing.
Yeah, that's like what people are doing.
This is why I've said for a good part of my 54 years on this earth that everything should be cold. We wouldn't have this problem. I eat everything cold.
Really?
Everything.
Radiation kill coronavirus?
You
That's what people think. Radiation.
your steak cold?
Cold.
I heard
Us
you
cold.
Like out of the freezer, bloody rare, like
Love.
don't even cook it?
Love, cook anything you want, cook to your heart's desire, and make it charcoaly. Do whatever you want. But man, when it's cold, it's mine. I love cold. My
Cold
best
pizza?
dinners are the breakfast the next day.
You like cold pizza?
Love cold pizza.
Me too, actually. I love cold pizza.
Only thing good about pizza is when it's cold.
Really? Wow.
Like Chinese food, come on, bring it cold.
But then the rice is all crunchy.
Rice is for birds.
No, it's
I
not.
didn't think give me the rice.
Don't try that at home.
Rice is for birds.
That blows up their stomach, but
All them weddings can't be wrong. Hundreds of years of weddings, all of a sudden we got to be politically correct with a few pigeons that gag on the church steps.
Frank, what about your pigeons in Magic? You don't give them rice, do you? When they're
I
flying
used to
at
have
you?
doves. I actually used to have doves.
Did you?
I didn't give them rice. I gave them bird food. I don't know what was in the bird food. Hey, Crystal, can you hear me?
Yeah.
And Maury needs some more water. He's
Don't go down that road tonight, buddy.
Did you just ask for more water?
No.
yeah. I just saw him take a drink, and he's almost out. So I
He's gonna
figured
get my ass beat.
he winked at me twice because he was scared to tell you. So I figured you should know right now that he needs more
All
water.
right.
You know what? I've
I'm
learned
gonna
my
miss you.
lesson.
I'm going to miss you.
I can excuse myself to get my own water if needed.
You guys are married now a year?
Yeah, a year, March 16th.
Man, that was nice, right?
I loved every second of it.
Yeah. You think God's not testing you? You young newlyweds?
Oh, this is the best part. We're both, cooped up at home working, and we're both on conference calls all day with, with people at our prospective works talking right next to each other.
Maury, so I had a question earlier. So I try never to bother people during the day, even though I know most people are working from home, and I still try to treat it like everybody's doing. So, but I know Maury's home, so I shoot Maury a question. What's he shoot? He goes, "Hey, can I call you during my lunch hour?" I read the message, and I sat there laughing, going, "Maury just told me to piss off. He's sitting at home right now, told me to piss off."
That is not how I met it, but I was knee deep today, so I was like, on my lunch hour, I'll call you and we'll do it.
I'm sitting there. I'm driving home because Lacey typed the message, and I'm like, "Well, did he answer it?" She goes, "No." And then all of a sudden, the answer came through, like, "Hey, can I call you during my lunch hour?" And I went, "That was like the most
lunch hour.
Telling me to piss off ever." Like I'm in the middle of watching a movie, dude. Don't call me.
Speaking of movies, I have a genius movie idea. I have a script idea. Okay. So I want you to imagine this, just in your mind, imagine a serial killer. No, not, hold on. My Siri just opened up. A serial killer. Siri, stop it. But they only kill based on Disney songs.
Lost Bill already.
Unless I'm the serial killer.
So, like, right? For example, like Let It Go, they freeze their victim to death. Right?
I'm in.
Little Mermaid, they drown them and keep the body underwater.
I'm in.
See?
Wow.
See?
That's the most you've ever been in.
I'm in. Jungle Book, hang him upside down by a tree by the toes. I'm in.
Yeah.
Good.
Bambi, they watch their mom die. Like.
No. You kill the deer and stuck the person inside the dead deer.
Oh, I like it. Yeah.
I'm green.
Don't say I've ever thought about this stuff before. I'm just in.
Aladdin, you put them on a magic carpet and push them right off.
Or you hide the lamp. Same thing.
You
I'm in.
You feed him to a tiger.
Or you sit on Pinocchio and make him tell lies. I'm in.
Who wants to play the serial killer?
I want to play. I'm in.
I'll start writing the script tonight.
You should write the script right now.
I'll shave, clean shaven, trusting Bill.
Bill, you'd be a really good serial killer in a movie.
I happen to think that I have the facial expressions to make a wonderful serial killer.
I agree. We need to get that going.
I am a true it goes back to our conversation. I'm a true testament to God. I'm the least one you would think you would hear that kind of stuff from. Well, it goes back to I use this all the time when I'm talking to and it's kind of a serious when I'm talking to people who struggled and do some things and I say to them, and I think it was Sam Kinison, the comedian, who used the line because he was a former preacher. But you don't go to someone who's never had a drink to discuss your alcoholism.
Right.
You don't go to someone who's never walked the line of over-medicating themselves to talk about those. You go to the people that are experts in that field and that have walked it and understand it. So I feel like that's my calling is, someone comes to me and goes, well, I don't know if you'd understand this, but, I've had some run-ins with the law. Oh, no, have a seat, brother, because I'm the
Yeah.
I'm on a few post office, but I tell people that, and it kind of eases their mind when you're talking to these young cats and they go, well, and they ask you, is that true? And you go, yeah, it's true, because you have an opportunity to do that. But anyway, so I have this thing. Perception is when people look at me, you're right. I think I'd make the perfect serial killer.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
You're like Sam Kinison.
So yeah, I loved it when he said that. I was like, right. So that's people are listening to him with the cussing and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty deep.
Yeah. I can't do his scream. It's perfect. I was always a big fan. I haven't watched him in so long, but
the bad thing is I have, I'm a Sirius XM radio, or whatever it's called, Sirius radio. So I'm in the truck and here at home, I have it. So I listen to the 50s and 60s a lot, and
nice.
Every once in a while to get away from what I do, I turn on the comedy channels, and some of it's vulgar as all get out. Mm-hmm. And you forget that you're listening to it, because I truly forget that I'm listening to it. I'm driving with it, so then I'm at a stoplight, and all of a sudden it's the beep words and it's all the stuff that you're really not listening to anyway, but now it's loud and somebody's on either side of your open window. Oh, there's Mr. DeMott. And you go, please. Oh, it's just Eddie Murphy. It's okay.
That's good.
And he goes,
Things you can't say on TV.
hey, Mom, Coach Bill said that. No, he didn't say it. It was on the radio.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you have.
I think. Well, I always want to say I think he's the best comedian ever, but I know he's not. But he's my favorite. Is John Panetta? Have you guys ever heard of him?
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
He's a skinnier version looking of John Panetta.
Okay, I am very happy you did skinnier version looking, because I was about to drive my happy ass over to you, and I was about to open up a can of whoop ass on you.
The only reason I say is because you guys have basically the same haircut, dark, like black haircut.
Yes, whoop your ever-loving ass.
As you should.
I feel like Maury's throwing shots today.
It's not even, guys.
Pulling them up.
I'm delirious right now.
You busted Frank on his hair. You called me fat.
I didn't call.
Yes, you did. You called me trans fat.
Apparently, I blew you off today.
You blew me off during your lunch hour.
Well, that's whenever I wanted to help.
Bill. Nay.
Hey, that's a John Panette. But Bill, if you ever get a chance, John Panette's amazing. He's pretty clean. Like he says, like he's like extraordinarily clean, but hilarious. Well, he's like in his special, he says one F word, but it's meant to be like the jaw dropping.
Right.
But he's really good. He talks about food. He's a big guy.
Oh.
Can't see it.
Hold on. Let me do this.
Big Red Fox fan too.
Red Fox.
Love Red Fox.
I'll tell you, you know who's filthy as all get out is that Bob Saget.
Here you
Jeez.
go, Bill. That's John Panette.
I said a skinnier version. What do you want from me?
Out of the two of us, Bill, which one of the two of us do you think looks more like him?
I've got the long hair. You got the short.
I know.
I didn't even mean it in an insulting way. The guy's the funniest guy I've ever seen in my life.
Nay. I say nay.
Nate,
I go to Chinese buffet. It says all you can eat. I say challenge accepted.
I don't even see
Right.
it.
3 hours. You leave now.
I don't even see a resemblance.
it's not it was the haircut, I guess.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
I guess it was pretty bad. He is from Pittsburgh, though.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know, but Jimmy's probably calling a hitman over to my house right now.
Golly.
Uh-oh.
That I feel like
Oh, he's calling my wife.
he probably called his mother and she's on his way to your house.
Maury said he needs more water, and you should.
He'll survive without it.
You
You
actually
should.
called her?
No. He made it a point
He's on the phone with my
to
wife.
tell me to let you know he needs more water. Like, if you wanted to go get some of them,
This troublemaker.
I would be he would be very happy with that. He
You're
would,
very even.
It's plentiful.
but you should take the
Like
cup.
Uber.
You should take the cup right now and
Yeah,
turn it upside down
We
right
have
over.
the conversation
his head.
behind you.
yeah. My wife's back here, right here.
I would, or just come and smack him upside the head for me. Just either would be fantastic. That would be great.
Jimmy Rook has lost his mind too.
You know, I know you're Italian because you're holding one hell of a
Okay,
grudge
yeah.
right now off of an innocent mistake.
Innocent?
This is not gonna. What is going on? April is totally screwed up.
2020 is screwed up.
It's the coronavirus.
It's
Well,
the corn vodka.
You get the coronavirus.
Everybody go outside and take a deep breath tomorrow.
We can't. We're in quarantine.
What the hell is going on here? My son made me go to batting cages in the rain today.
Batting cages are open. There are batting cages.
There's one outside place down Curry Ford,
Uh huh.
and so we were driving there. I forget where we were going. Something I feel like something FHP related or something. Anyway, past it, and I remembered the place was an open driving range, and it had like 6 or 7 batting cages. So we went by. We saw it, and they had the banner saying "open."
Wow.
So we stopped in and said to the guy, and the guy says, "Yeah, they dubbed us open because everybody, all the tee boxes are like 10 feet apart,
Oh, wow.
and this place isn't busy. You see maybe 1 or 2 people driving balls there, at least when we're there, and the batting cages are 200 yards the other direction, and so that's
When you say driving balls, you mean
golf, yeah."
yeah.
So I try to take him there once a week so that machine can have at him a little bit. So yeah, we went today was the day we were going, and it was raining, so we tried to beat the raindrops, but it was still worth it to go in the rain. I'm getting swings.
Yeah, what about this rain that just came in?
Hey, I loved it. I was up early watching it. I'm a big storm.
Yeah.
So when it comes tornadoes and stuff, I'm all in. I want to see that stuff up close.
So you like Bill Paxton from Twister?
Oh yeah, I'm there. I'm sitting outside. I'm watching it. I've been out in the hurricanes, the whole 9. So I saw the tornadoes, but
Blizzards.
any weather, I'm down.
That's
Except for hot as balls.
See, you can get a job. You could be a weather person.
I could be a weatherman. It's
I
hot.
could be a weather chaser, one of those guys.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Bill, you gotta hurry up. Yeah, I'll get there.
Bill
The
be
tornado's going quickly.
Let's see. We talked about. I've been in an earthquake. I've been in a typhoon.
Where at?
Earthquake in California and Japan.
Mhm.
I've been in a typhoon. I've been in hurricanes, naturally. Floods. What other major?
Had to have been in blizzards and
Tornadoes, blizzards. I haven't been in an avalanche, thank goodness, and I never will be.
You could climb Everest.
Yeah, I could, and I could also just decide to sit with a bunch of skis under my feet and go, "Come on, snow, nothing will happen." No avalanches. What else?
lightning storm.
Love lightning. Love it.
Have you ever? Oh, good.
Okay, what?
Have you ever? The only time I ever like storms is like as a kid. We go to the beach once a year, and nothing's better than being out your oceanfront balcony up top high and just watching the lightning in the ocean. And
It's so awesome.
I love that.
It's so awesome. I was convinced as my kids were growing up, they would never come out as, I say, babies, But even like now I got Billy to where he'll sit out with me and watch it.
Nice.
And people are like, take cover, and I'm out there with a cigar going, this is about the coolest stuff ever. So I'm all about walking in the middle of the street going, where's it at?
Like jumping in a pool.
What's that?
I like to jump in a pool if it's raining.
No.
No. I don't mean like thunderstorm, like lightning, right? But I mean, raining, little drizzle, little.
Oh, we're in the pool, yeah, for that stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I don't mean like hurricane, but yeah.
We were one time, I forget, it was WCW, and we were driving through New Mexico, and the tornado touched down, and it was about 20 miles from us, but you could see it clear as day because New Mexico, everything was wide open at that point, and it chased us all the way into the city we were staying at, and we checked in and got into the building in time as the tornado was coming through, right smack through the middle of the town.
Wow. Did it
like the guys told us, leave your luggage, and we got into the hotel and everything.
Wow.
But as we were driving, we're like, we'll make it, and we're kind of really casual about it. And as we're driving, it got brighter, and it was turning like to daylight. And I was like, brother, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's like daylight. And as it kept coming, and we saw it coming, like, that's got to be far, right? Hell no, it's not far. It's close, and you had no choice.
Wow.
Who are you with?
Mickey J. Henson, the referee.
Yes, I love Mickey J so much.
Mickey J.
He always reminded me of what's his face, Louis, Big Louis or whatever. He's like a old school guy. I don't know.
I don't know.
Bill, have you ever had a situation where the weather in WCW or WWE like totally just screwed you up? Like kill power at the hotel or roadblock you?
Yeah, we were stuck. I mean, there's been times snow-wise. Snow-wise, we were stuck in towns and stuff, and for days, and you had to make a decision. Well, are you going to try to drive through it now, or does it get worse, or things like that? I mean, we've definitely been stuck for a couple of days here and there, and
have you ever been any good stories about like trying to drive through a blizzard with your car going backwards down a hill where you have the brake on with some guys?
Jeez, it was always happened at the weirdest times too. Like you're driving and wind would take your car, and like it'd be like something you could like you'd go back and tell your buddies in the locker room, man, you wouldn't believe what happened. And people go, oh no way. Except your buddies were in the other cars doing the swirlies with you.
That's awesome.
We went one time. I was with early on when I was still doing Independence. Drove from Boston, and black ice up back home. Black ice.
Oh, it's scary.
It was wintertime, so the snow was on the things, but it was black ice. Well, anyway, the guys fell asleep. I'm driving, and the two guys, Crowbar was one of them, and Danny Inferno was the other one. Who turned out to be the Inferno Kid for a while, and so hit the brakes. The car spun. We're on a bridge in Connecticut, overlooking the what river is that? I'll think of it because it's a university too. Anyway, 70 feet over the river, and the car starts spinning. So I scream, "Hold on!" And I'm holding on like white knuckled. I had no control over the car. We stopped because the car went off the highway and through the guardrail.
Wow.
And the guardrail holding on to the sides of the car is what stopped the car from going all the way off the bridge.
Wow.
We sat there. The two guys woke up. What the hell's going on? I'm like, don't move.
Holy shoot, man.
And they're looking around, and now everybody's freaking out. And like you can see, like freaking out, like crying because we're gonna die. Don't move. And slowly putting it in reverse to see if there's traction, and then slowly putting it all the way down and low, and seeing if it would creep and catch. And as it creep, you could hear the screechy metal.
Yeah.
And you just kept going back on the highway. And we got on the highway. We faced in the right direction. We drove the rest of the way home. No one said a word. Dropped them off where they were. No one said a word. Went home. No one said a word. We never talked about it again.
You're lucky because they were looking for somebody to bill for that guardrail.
Buddy, they were going to bill somebody for it. It wasn't going to be me. I was going to be gone.
Wow, that's wild.
Connecticut Department of Transportation. Unreported hit and run from 30 years ago.
Yeah. Johnny Rods used to do it. So Johnny Rods, when he taught us how to live on the road, brother, we used to drive with Johnny, and coming down 95, he used to shut the headlights off.
At night?
Yeah, you got to learn the road. You got to learn the road. He'd shut the headlights off.
That's phenomenal.
Usually after a couple shots of Crown. But you'd have to learn. And he's your coach, he's your teacher. He's bringing you on these shows. You're not making any money, but you're learning your craft. And he goes, you got to learn the road.
Wow, that's crazy.
Doesn't it make you walk alongside of the car?
Well, we wound up in the medium one time, in the grass, because clearly Johnny didn't know 95 after closure.
Goes up and down. It's not lots of.
No, him it goes north and south. Except we went east that day.
We do have a question this week.
Love questions.
We got a couple of this one I'm gonna read. So let me see here. It was okay. So this is I'll let you guys go first. Mine was so simple. It's my all-time favorite. But What is your favorite 80s movie, and why is it Stallone's Over the Top?
So they're telling you what your favorite 80s movie is?
I think that this is guessing. It's actually Mike who did the WrestleMania episode with us.
Okay.
Oh, so is there a hidden message in there?
No, it's a really terrible, it's really bad.
We love you. Great question. Thank you for asking, is what Maury's trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, so what's your favorite 80s movie, and why is it maybe or maybe not over the top?
I didn't mind Over the Top because Scott Norton was in that as the world wrestling arm wrestling champion.
Oh, yeah. Holy crap, I forgot about that.
Um,
Maybe that's why I did it then for you, Bill.
maybe. I look like I was in that movie.
What's that?
I look like I could have been in that movie.
Absolutely.
Were you in it?
No.
We talked to you.
I was 2.
We talked about several Scott Norton stories on here, so it's probably why.
Scott Norton. Yeah, Scott
Well,
Norton.
yeah.
That's not for sure. That's not my favorite 80s movie. Although it's a good movie. When was Die Hard made?
I want to say 89. I'll look it up.
Yeah, I want to say 89 as well.
Well, it was either Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie, or
88.
88.
The Breakfast Club.
Breakfast
That's
Club.
underrated.
Good movie.
First of all, I was just kidding, and you guys agreed too fast on that.
That's a good movie, man. I'll stand by that.
Absolutely.
Emilio Estevez.
I'd rather. I'm gonna go with Predator now just to save myself.
Yeah, I can't see that movie. I can't see you with that movie.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
All right, my all-time favorite movie, which is also made in 1985, Back to the Future.
Oh,
Great
My favorite movie.
I like that movie.
I've got
Great
so
movie.
it's like the only movie I have really cool memorabilia from. I've gotten so many like extravagant pieces from that movie from a lot of random people. Like
What year were you born?
89.
Jesus Christ.
You have pieces of the what kind of memorabilia do you have for Back to the Future, Maury?
So a Hollywood, what do you call him? Like a costume designer. He actually gave me the exact replica jean jacket from the first movie. He even has the pins that are on it. Has those pins. It's got this really cool like inside. I'll show you guys sometimes. It's really hard to explain. I got an original Pepsi bottle replica from the second movie.
Nice.
I've got the hat from the second movie. I got a real replica of that. I got so much stuff. I got a Gray Sports Almanac. One of my really good friends, he got me a lot of it. Like the bottle, the Pepsi bottle that was empty, that he got from Pepsi for me. I think it was like $300 and $400 just for an empty Pepsi bottle.
Yeah, man.
I've gotten a lot of really cool stuff. It's the only thing I have cool stuff from. Jimmy, how much La Bamba stuff do you have? That was perfect. For those just listening to the audio, he has a big poster of La Bamba right behind him. And
I actually have another one on the other side of the room, so I have two. So this one, the one that's above me, that was given for me a birthday gift. This is S.M. Morales, who played Bob La Bamba. That is the sheet music signed by Los Lobos.
Wow.
That is probably my prized possession. That is the script. It's a movie script signed by Lou Diamond Phillips. That you can't really see. That's the record sleeve signed by Los Lobos. And no, that's signed by. Maybe it's not all Los Lobos. I think it's just Caesar and David Hidalgo. And then on the other side of my messy room, and let's see if I can see it right over there. That is another La Bamba poster, and that's autographed by Lou Diamond Phillips.
Wow. See, I remember whenever I helped you move all your amazing memorabilia from.
I liked him better in Young Guns.
Good movie. Stand and Deliver.
And Jimmy, that falls into the 80s because wasn't that in 87 that La Bamba was made?
La Bamba was in 1987, yes, sir.
There you go. So that's got to be your favorite 80s movie.
Favorite 80s movie, La Bamba. But there's so many great movies, though, from the time. Back to the Future, Short Circuit.
Yeah.
Johnny Number 5, Breakfast Club,
Wasn't the Dirty Harry movie 80?
70s.
70s?
There was some in the 80s, but
That's what I thought. There's 4 or 5.
70s.
I know there's at least 4.
Yeah, Dirty Harry.
Some other really good movies, but a little later, 92, these came out. I had to look them up. Few Good Men.
Good movie.
Right? And another classic movie, a serious courtroom drama about 2 cold-blooded killers. My Cousin Vinny.
Mike, I knew you were going to go My Cousin Vinny on that.
So, yeah.
You 2 Utes.
I'm sorry. What was that word you used?
Yeah.
Utes?
Ute. What is a Ute?
What's a
What
Ute?
is you?
Now, I don't care who you are. You can't appreciate that movie unless you saw every episode of Herman Monster.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
When I watched that, I like the Munsters are easily my second favorite all-time show ever.
Great show.
And that's just so good. What's funny, the Utes thing, right? Like that's something my family used to say. So whenever I moved here, people were quoting it, right? And I'd seen the movie, but to me it wasn't that big of a deal. And they were kind of going back and forth with that, and I was like, why is it so funny? Isn't that what people kind of think?
Yeah, here, when you talk here, I find, I'm physically told, my wife tells me, it takes me about 5 minutes of getting over the border between North and South Carolina before my accent comes back. Because there's something when you go home, you talk totally different. I said, you gotta be kidding me. And she says, no, you talk exactly the way they talk.
That's hilarious.
And I go, I don't see that. But when I'm watching it, I don't think anything of it.
Yeah. I come from a obviously an Italian family, so they're really like Joe Pesci's like, a lot of my family.
I mean,
The Chinese food here is terrible. Yep.
That was a good movie. Yeah, so
Jerry
many.
Gallo. Jerry Gallo. Jerry Gallo's dead.
Callow.
Callo.
Oh, God.
Hey, Bill, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Imagine you're a deer. You're prancing along. You see a cool, clear brook. You put the little deer lips down to drink the cool water. Bam! Rip through your head. Your brain's laying half on the ground. Now, would you give a flying about what color pants the son of a bitch that shot you was wearing?
See, this is how I felt about the ice cream conversation. That's exactly how I felt. Oh, God, that's funny. Very good, Jimmy.
Thank you. I have a couple little things in me here. Not a lot.
I forget so many things I can't even.
Right. So some other big news in the movie world, right?
Yeah, they're not making any.
Rumor. I know when they make them. When they start making them, and I hope this rumor is true, but I understand that they are going to revive a classic '90s show.
I know where you're going. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to see where this is going. Right? It is Morphin Time with the remake of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That's right, Bill.
Yep.
Are you too serious right now?
Dead serious.
Absolutely. It's Morphin Time.
I'm forever a huge Power Ranger nerd. I'm not a nerd for many things. That's something that I go back on. And
How do you think? Where do you think the justification comes from to say I'm not a nerd for many things, but I'm a nerd for the Mighty Morphin Ranger Power Rangers? How the hell do you think that justifies the rest of that statement?
I don't know.
Like you said, I'm not a nerd for many things, but I'm a nerd for the Morphin
Morty.
Marty Martian Power Rangers. And why? You are grown-ass men. You, sir, on the left are married to a very intelligent young lady who I thought was intelligent up until talking to you like this. You, sir, on the right have a very promising career and also have a very intelligent young lady that stands by your side. But until you two get in front of me every freaking week on this podcast and then drop bombs like, you know, I'm not a nerd for a lot of things, but I love those Morphin powered guys. Now, I'm going to say openly to everybody, and I apologize to everybody who's listening to Magic and Wrestling, but that strikes 1 and 2. Because the first time that we start talking about Powerpuff Girls, Pinky Doo, or the whatever the little colorful guys that were the gay rainbow things.
Oh, the Teletubbies.
What?
The Teletubbies?
The fact that you know the name.
It was
That's Care Bears.
I never watched it, but it was past the time.
I have had my fill. I've had my fill of, and I got news for you. It's not working. It's not working. I'm not getting off here every week going, I think I'm turning into a nerd. I'm not. It's not working.
Well,
it's not working.
Jimmy, you're going to have to take back
You try as hard as you want. It just dawned on me what you two are trying to do, and it's not working. I'm not even going to get upset about it anymore. I'm going to win. I'm going to win right now. I can't wait for the Maui Park Rangers to come back out. I can't wait.
See, we were actually going to pitch in on like a pink Power Ranger costume for you.
I can't wait. I will hang it in my office with pride. It's not going to happen. I'm going to stay so calm. It just dawned on me, you two were going to try to win. You're not going to win.
Bill, what color ranger would you be?
I'd be the polka dot ranger.
That's a good one. They don't have that, but you could wait, I guess.
What color did he say?
Polka dot.
I can see that.
I will be the park ranger in Yogi Bear.
You know what Bill would be? Bill would be Zordon.
He would be Ivan Ooze from the movie. Meet my kid.
Ivan Ooze, yep.
My God, it's going to happen.
That's what we need to do. We need to have
Maury, what ranger would you be?
Me?
Yeah.
The White Ranger. I love the white or green. Those are always my favorite. Tommy.
Yeah. Played by the same JDF, Jason David Frank. Green Ranger. Dragon's Award. I wanted one of the little daggers, the flute.
I always wanted the flute. I do have the White Ranger Tiger Zord.
Saba?
Yeah, Saber.
Saba.
Yellow Ranger,
yeah. Oh, yeah, Yellow Ranger. Right? Can you still name the order that they morphed?
I don't know if I ever could. I think
Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-tooth Tiger, Tyrannosaurus.
And then
The saber-tooth would become the head of the big giant thingy.
Are you injecting bleach?
Bill just sprayed his mouth with disinfectant.
Yeah, for those of you listening on audio, Bill is spraying himself with disinfectant. Bill, we keep you young and happy. We're like a cute girl.
I'm not going to let it happen.
So here's what I think. When the movie comes out, we should do a watch-along.
I think that you are pissing in the wind. Directly in the wind.
Bill, you wouldn't come and see Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
I wouldn't come and see the Maui Prediction Rangers if it starred Samuel L. Jackson, Clint Eastwood, Bruce Willis, John Wayne, and Marty the Martian.
Well, Bill, did you know there are 27 total seasons that you would have to catch up on first? Then the movie. There are several movies, but the main one. We could start now, like tonight, and get ready for the big 2021 movie.
Yeah.
Have I mentioned I don't care if I don't talk to either one of you ever again?
But we'd be here for the next show. That's the question the fans want to know.
I mean, where else is it going to go?
I don't know where
places to go.
And when did this become a tear Bill down to the lowest he can go?
See, we were trying to build you up.
No, you're not trying to build me up. This is actually whatever's left of my heart is being torn out of my body.
See, we thought we were like enlightening you or something.
Enlightening me?
Yeah, with the Power Ranger.
How the? Well, I see your point, Maury, and while I appreciate the
it's politically correct, Bill.
Well, I appreciate you going that route. It just doesn't seem to be my bag right now. However, if I do find myself with some free time, I will look into this Party Rangers and see what it's all about. But until then, I'd love to discuss anything else with you guys this evening.
But I feel
Okay, so let's talk about another classic 80s and 90s show, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Really big in '89 because they had 3 movies, and then they had the animated movie.
Oh.
In 1989, I had a full-time job where I was traveling the world entertaining millions. So I may have missed another great series, which I will take note and speak to my wife about maybe finding the complete library of talking pets, in which I could.
Nash was in that movie.
But again, if there's anything else you guys would like to talk about.
Bill, what was your guilty pleasure ever? Do you ever have one like that? Not that those are guilty pleasures; they're perfectly sane and fine, and you should check them out in your convenience. But is there something you always really liked?
I liked cold ham.
You like cold everything.
I think we officially broke Bill again.
At least we could all agree on the Munsters. That's one area we all agreed on.
Yes, the Munsters.
They only have 2 seasons, but man, it was some of the greatest.
All joking aside, you know what a good show was I really liked?
The Flintstones.
Bill, I don't know if it was from the 60s or 70s. I think it's late 60s or was Get Smart.
Get Smart, great.
Never
John
seen
Adams, right?
Lost in Space.
Twilight Zone, my all-time favorite #1 show.
Twilight Zone. Monty
Van
Python.
Dyke Show.
Dick Van Dyke.
Right?
I Love Lucy.
I Love Lucy. Are you a MASH guy?
MASH?
Loved MASH.
My dad's
wasn't a MASH guy.
We did MASH 6 Degrees of Bill DeMott. We did MASH. And then What Was Tough Enough 3 filmed on where we do all our stuff. In the mountains, the Calabasas Mountains of the MASH set.
Wow.
Really?
How cool was that being able
It was so awesome.
Were you geeking out hardcore?
I was like, oh, this is where they filmed this, and this is where they filmed this. And I tortured the kids on those mountains. It was great. It was like being in Vietnam all over again.
That's awesome. I watch it with my dad. It's his favorite show. He's obsessed. He bought all the seasons, and he still watches it all day.
MASH was a good show.
MASH was a good show. Had a little bit of everything,
All in the Family.
Loved All in the Family. Married with Children.
Married with Children.
I wasn't allowed to watch that growing up. I had to wait till I was an adult.
Cheers.
Cheers. Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son. Chico and the Man. Nobody's seen Chico. You're not even old enough to know Chico and the Man.
Chico, I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, Perfect Strangers.
Oh,
My wife, we're watching that one now.
What's Perfect Strangers?
Yeah, we never heard of it. It's like a late 80s into
What were their names?
Balky
Balky.
and Cousin Larry.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who talked like he was.
But the really, really cool thing that we discovered is that from, what is it, All in the Family?
No, Jefferson's, I thought.
No, which one? It's with Urkel. What is that one?
Oh, yeah.
Family Matters.
Yeah, that was a good show.
It's actually a subsect of that show.
Carl's wife works with Balky and Larry.
Oh, yeah, she was the elevator operator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Urkel.
Yeah, Steve Urkel.
That's right.
Can I do that?
You know what? Somebody never heard of the other day. I was talking about it. Step by Step.
What?
Because I'm really good with song lyrics, and somebody started
Step by step.
Well,
Day by day.
somebody started doing the step by. Somebody started doing the step by step. That I guess, I think that's the name of it from what's the boy band? The first.
Casey boy band is sing Step by Step.
NKOTB.
There you go.
What'd you say, Jimmy?
NKOTB.
NKOTB.
Tell her. Casey knows who it is.
Yeah, but Casey's a girl.
Hey, NKOTB was the bomb back in the day.
Megan,
Right.
Casey's a girl.
I didn't come in on them. They were
What is Step by Step? It's a boy band?
No,
Well,
it's a
they
TV
sing
show.
that song, but there's a show called that, and then whenever I said fix the confusion, he said
Who was in the show?
Suzanne Summers. That was her big hit after Three's Company, which is also another great show.
You know what? Okay, one of my Saturday morning shows growing up, and it's kind of cool because I take an acting workshop with this guy,
Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
California Dreams.
What is that?
So it came on after Saved by the Bell on NBC on Saturday mornings, and it was about a band, the California Dreams in California. And it was like another Saved by the Bell, which I'm excited to see the new season of Saved by the Bell on TikTok in the summer.
Okay. We get hold on. Come on. All right, let's back up 15 minutes. We gotta change the delivery of these things. Because it can't be I'm excited for the Morphin Marine guys. It can't be I'm excited for the remake of Saved by the Bell. It'd be how interesting will it be to see how they remake it? Then I can be in the conversation. But when I'm sitting here with two grown men, professionals in their field, and go, I'm so excited because Zac Efron is going to be coming back with Kelly Kapowski, and they're going to be talking about the Morphin Power.
How do you know about Zac Efron? He's a High School Musical. Don't tell me you watched that.
Hey, Maury, we are all in this together, okay? For those who can't see, Bill's holding up a case of bad, but he's going to swallow the whole bottle.
Yeah, he's got a big cup of water in his arsenal there for it.
Unlike you, though, Maury.
Yeah, I know. My wife doesn't love me. I'm just kidding.
Your wife loves you too much.
She does.
Yeah.
She's a saint. God bless her.
Well,
So here's what I'm excited about.
what? Tell me, Bill. Tell me what you're excited about.
I have a lava lamp on my desk. And everyone knows how a lava lamp works. It gets heated up, and one little bubble comes up like a ball, and another one goes down and start making little patterns. And I get excited when the little balls of wax start moving around once they get heated. Because I say to myself, I too could be a ball.
A little wax ball in a heated globe.
This is what excites me.
See, I thought Magic Through Wrestling would have done that for you, but Oh, Bill, what else do you have going on?
I don't even know what to say about that.
You have your other show, the Bill DeMott Experience.
Bill, I think I'm gonna, after listening to this today, I was talking amongst the powers that be in the DeMott clan about revamping the Bill DeMott Experience. It's back on YouTube, and we do it as a family once a week. And I was thinking about maybe bringing back the Bill DeMott Experience once a week with Bill DeMott. But after this episode of Magic Through Wrestling, I still need a little bit of therapy, and maybe I'm not prepared for more conversations than I'm
Bill, will you tell the gate guy to let us come over?
willing to. If that gate guy ever lets you two through my gate,
You would fire him so quick.
I mean, I don't. You know, can we not? People wouldn't believe it then, right? We couldn't sit in 3 different rooms because the feedback from the microphones would be too much. Yeah, we'll get there.
All right, I'm gonna keep trying. Yeah, my wife can get in. I can't.
Yeah, we'll get there.
All right, Jimmy. Mark it down, Jimmy. He said we can get
in, dude. You called me fat. What makes you think you're getting in my gate?
Listen, I didn't call you fat. I was making.
You called me trans fat.
Well, no, I said it's better.
Because now, if you think of it, would probably be my Mighty Morphin Park Ranger name in polka dots. Trans fat.
Yeah, but what dinosaur is that? They're all dinosaurs.
Dinosaur.
That's what they all represent. Power Rangers.
What are we talking about now?
No, I think he just called you old. I think he called you
Well,
trans.
get out of here with
How do
that.
we get to dinosaur?
I think he just told you it was he called you a dinosaur, Bill.
No, I said all the Power Rangers are dinosaurs. I say you have to become one to be them.
My wife gave me a sign
Was
My
it the cross?
at Christmas and says, if you live to be 100, I want to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live without you.
Oh, my wife said that's from Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
It's a good one.
This is my guilty pleasure.
Okay.
I love Winnie the Pooh.
Aw, you would like Pooh Bear.
No. I did not say it like that.
You like Eeyore.
No. I did not say it like that. I said I like Winnie the Pooh.
Pooh
Casey's
Bear.
Eeyore.
Oh, bother.
Casey's Eeyore. You are too. Be quiet. I'm trying to have a conversation. So I'm not doing the Build My Experience anymore, so I have nothing to advertise.
You have nothing to show.
Yes, I do. It's on YouTube. You go on YouTube every week. We're there. We'll try to figure it out for Apple TV or whatever.
So what's this TikTok thing you guys are doing?
So I don't understand. So I want to know. My big thing is I want to be caught up because we speak to kids of all ages and stuff. So when something comes up and it's hot, and I want to understand what they think is important, and then see what kind of role it plays. In general, and I'm being serious in life and society. What's the big kick? And it's the most. It's one of the things. I guess it's just a new thing. It's ridiculous. It's the same as you can get away with the same thing on Instagram and Facebook and everything else. All the stars got to get into it now because it's the hot thing, and right now because of Cuernavaca, everybody does things every day. So you try and see how many likes and follows and who follows you, and if you do all these goofy things. And some of it, I was asking Casey, the thing that surprised me, in all honesty, is the vulgarity that is allowed on this thing.
Oh, right. See,
I know on Twitter, you can't get away with that. On Instagram, you can't get away with it. On Facebook, you can't get away with it. But on TikTok, you get away with everything but nudity.
Wow.
I mean, the verbiage and the verbiage and some of the language and stuff and the way, things are done is absolutely insane. So I started to watch it, and so now I find myself like I say I'm on TikTok, but like Frank was talking to Lacey, you know, they did a shot of like Lacey working on my feet the other night.
That's a must watch. Everybody
Right.
go.
So for people who don't know, you think, oh, Bill DeMott, and then he's got his wife working on his feet. Needless to say, it's like a necessity for life, right? And it actually keeps my feet, you know, moving after all these years. But you see what people think of it and how they like it and all this stuff. So it started as more of a experiment, so I can, you know, as I talk to the kids and stuff and see what's really important. Because, and I'll say it again, it really comes down to a million people can watch that video.
Yeah.
When I die, how many of those people showing up? When I die, how many of those people taking care of my family?
None.
So those are the points I try to make to the kids.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
but to adults that also do the same thing, because adults think, I'm getting over. You're not getting over. It's funny, it's cute, but you're a grown ass man, woman, and that's how people are going to perceive you, and that's a shame because perception is reality. But anyway, that's my TikTok thing. So we went on, and Lacey Casey did the one little dance, and you know I did a slow motion of Billy power bombing. So you try to, you know, everything I put on my 90% of the stuff I put on my social media is about family doing something, and then the rest is strictly business, you know.
Yeah.
TikTok, I don't know if it's my thing.
Yeah, you know what? I used to be a real snub on it because, like, and this is not the right way to think, so I'm not condoning this, but, you know, I was so mad I would watch people who spent 5 seconds on a TikTok that gives you an ability to do something that took me 2.5 years of 4 years of film school to do. And now I'm coming around to it, and I'm like, get off your high horse. These people aren't out making feature films. They're making a 30-second video, and it's funny. I still am not going to do it because I'm not really into it. And you're right. It's all about self-image, and I really try to protect my brand. That's why I don't post anything controversial or stupid on my social.
But then you have great people, and you bring a great point. But then you have some good people, and there's a girl who yells, runs up to the screen and goes, stop. Let me read this verse to you. So she's a positive person.
Cool. I haven't seen any of those.
So that's what I try to do. I look for those things. I physically look for who's doing what. And, you know, so I'm a big Schwarzenegger fan. Yeah. So I get a kick out of Arnold feeding his pet mule.
Yeah, I know.
Talking to it.
I didn't know that was a TikTok. I did see the YouTube. I seen it on Facebook. It's like 30 seconds.
Yeah, so he does, you know, so I follow those things. But I get a kick out of cops go on, and cops are, you know, Officer Daniels is on there, Jimmy and Vinny and a couple of the other guys. And they just get to show that side of them. And, you know, Bobby Roberts on there, and he gets to be silly and stuff. So it just gives people a chance to be silly without hurting anything. And then there's some of it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's I like I said, I like to see. I always ask Casey, what's the thing I should be looking at? What's the big thing now? And she'll tell me.
Yeah, you guys keep a really good update. You guys, you know, with like you and you know, basically the whole foundation. You guys do a really good job of keeping up on current stuff because you're so like Bill. It's so funny, man, because you know you're this big hulking guy, but you're so relatable to kids, and we say it all the time. But it's because you do your research too and you experience what they're experiencing, and you put yourself in their shoes, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah, someone's got to tell kids what's, you know, if a kid tells a kid what's cool, well, if they want to be cool, they got to fit in. But if you get it from an older guy and somebody who's relatable, and you're getting it from a dad, you know, and you're getting it from someone that.
And a wrestling superstar.
And, you know, so they go, okay, at least let me hear it out. My whole thing is you never want to give them, and Jimmy and I have talked about this for the past 4 years or however long we've been traveling together and doing this, and even on the side. And the big thing for me at home when I'm sitting here and I have things up on the wall that I read every day to remind me of the mission is anybody can give you statistics. What do you care about statistics from 2011 for? how does that pertain to you now? And and so while I can give you a piece of statistics, I want to talk to you. And I think we do a fair job of talking with people. We don't talk at them.
Killer.
And we bring them into the conversation. And for the kids, I think the biggest thing for them to know is that hey, I didn't just come here to talk to you. I'm going to stay here after because I want to listen to you.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest takeaway.
That's the biggest takeaway, because when Jimmy and I spent 4 hours each way in a car, 4 hours to get to do a 1 hour presentation, and spend another hour plus with kids who you just said something that touched them, that they related to, that no one else would talk about, or you just told them it was okay to be them and these things. So that's why we do so it all, long explanation. Again, that's what goes back to the TikTok and deciding to get back on the YouTube with the Bill DeMott experience again is I started that before we lost Keri. I started the Bill DeMott experience because I wanted to meet people. I coached half my life, and the other half of my life I was on the road. So now I want to meet people that are doing the same thing for others. What's your story? What do you have to tell people? What do you bring to the table? What's your experience, and how can we bring that, to others? So that's the big part. So now the new vamped up part of the Bill DeMott experience is the thing I tried so hard to was protect my family, keep them off social media, and keep them out of the light. And then someone put us in the light. So we're gonna let you into our house a little bit. We're gonna give you the Ozzy and Harriet version of it.
I would pay money, Bill, to set up cameras in your house.
Buddy, I'm telling you, it's a show, and if I could figure out the right way with all the other stuff, and this is dead serious, if I could figure out the right way, or if someone could come up with a 6-week script of what would be shown, we'd knock the hell out of the Chrisleys. We'd be right there with Ozzy and whatever, the family, because we're about as real as it gets, and you get every emotion, you get everything top to bottom. And I'm telling you right now, we would be a show that people would go, it's unbelievable.
Bill, we need to connect on that. That would be.
I think you need to set up cameras and then Maury edit it and put it out there. It'll get picked up.
We did with the first Bill DeMott experience when I was traveling around, we submitted it to Discovery, and Discovery gets to keep it for 8 weeks, and if they keep it longer, they pay you. Sure. And then they decide what they're going to do. Well, they kept it for longer, and so we were in the running for they were going to make the Bill DeMott experience a show, and then it got voted out on the 10th week or something.
Well, what's nice now is that you got the streaming services, and I have a good connection with 2 of them, with Hulu and Amazon. And somebody else approached me about doing a reality show. I'm not going to name names. You know what I'm talking about. And I reached out to them, and they said, yeah, just give me something, that we can.
Listen, I say this right now, and I say this too. You guys want to be executive? I mean, to me, and I say this openly and honestly, everything to me is my family, so it stays there.
Yeah.
You want to be executive producers on a show? We'll tell the world right now. Put a show together. Put eight episodes together, and we'll give the people exactly what they want.
Let's do it.
Everybody in my house is down for it because they know it's they could just be themselves, and for people who know us, it's the funniest thing in the world, and they'll get to see all sides of it. But hey, you want a project? There it is. I'm down. I want to do the Housewives of Oviedo. I've been trying to do the Housewives of Oviedo for the past 6 years because the baseball moms have got it all over the moms from all these other places.
Yep.
I can imagine.
Because they're batshit crazy, every one of them. So yeah. I mean, you want to, like, I'm being honest. I'm so worked up on this book and trying to get that done and get it out before the new school year starts and stuff. So I just don't have the time to write like a script or something, but just a day in the life of this family's enough to make you
Bill,
do your ass off and make you cry at the same time.
I've had so many ideas for you for so long on something like this. So I'll put together something and you guys look at it. And
did I tell you what this book is about? The second book?
That was two episodes ago or last episode?
Can I tell you, because I think everybody's under the assumption it's about me part 2.
Okay.
Jimmy, is that what you thought?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put that one on the side.
So what's the second book now going to be?
So the second book,
Oh.
the second book I'm writing is called What 15 Years.
Oh yeah. You did mention this.
So I want this out because there's something in this book for everyone.
Yep.
Who's been through what we've been through. And it's eye-opening, and hopefully at the end of it, it's very inspirational, and it helps people get through it. But it's just going to be a book.
What are we talking? Like how many pages?
Oh, I don't know.
Pictures?
There's some pictures, and I take it very. I'm taking it very, seriously as I should, but whatever. But I'm working on that. So back to my point of I can't work on a script if I'm working on a book.
Yeah.
Or you work on the script, Bill. You work on a book. Side note, Bill, I have an idea. We'll talk offline about something for the presentation.
Okay.
But we'll talk about it in maybe next board meeting or prior to that. So
Sure.
But
Yeah,
did I tell you that this was going to be a great episode or what?
We
called it.
start out that way.
We'll say.
We got to make people. No, we don't. We got to do nothing. I always say it all the time. If the three of us stay honest with each other, they are great episodes. You guys, I feel like I gotta go have a drink though.
Yeah. Well, Maury, final words.
Well, I had a headache going into this episode. After talking to you guys, it kind of worked its way down a little bit. But no, I love you guys. Thank you. It's a great episode as usual.
Yeah. Bill, anything?
No, it's fun, man. It really is. It's I hope everybody knows that we have fun with each other, and it's nothing but love, except for some of these things.
Like Bill literally had to take
you guys know I'm serious.
Bill literally had to take Advil tonight with that.
I had to take Advil. We have to come up with a closing. We have to come up with a close.
Here's the close. You ready? I hope you had another fun time with us on this wild ride of Magic Through Wrestling. And, of course, as always, if you're not down with that, I got 3 words for you.
He's adding a word.
It's Morphin Time.